Jesus Christ! Hello beings, welcome to the experience. Well, today I'm going to talk about Wim Hof. What a cool name, Wim Hof. What is Wim Hof? Actually, it's the name of a guy, a Dutchman.
But it also became the name of a technique, a meditation technique, maybe a self-control technique.
I learned about this Wim Hof thing about 4 months ago, more or less. It hasn't been that long. And I got really curious because I saw this guy, Wim Hof, breaking impressive records because of this practice he does. Like running a marathon in the Atacama Desert, I think it was that desert, which was insanely hot. He also climbed Mount Everest, possibly not all the way, wearing only swim trunks. He also has several records in the Guinness Book for staying submerged in ice-cold water the longest, really just pure ice cubes. The guy is amazing. He has multiple feats online and he mentioned that everyone can do that. And then my skepticism really kicked in, right? Bing! That's a lie. The practice literally is pretty simple. It's a sequence of breaths. With exercises and cold exposure. 1, 2, 3, and...
Jesus Christ!
And then I dove right in. I said, I'm going to do this for a while and I'll record whatever benefits I get. If there are any benefits. Because sometimes the media lies, right? Everybody knows that. So nothing beats actually trying it yourself. It's been 30 days since I started and I'm going to tell you all about the benefits I've experienced.
And how I managed to adapt each day.
Because just so you know, it's not easy. My mind is stronger than my body. My mind is stronger than my body. It's really hard to get used to. I'm not talking about the breathing, okay? I'm talking about the cold shower. Cold showers are hard to get used to. But let's go. Let's talk about the benefits I had during these 30 days of Wim Hof. This thing about taking cold showers, you really have to get out of your comfort zone. Really, a lot. Because you're not just taking a slightly less hot shower. You're not switching from hot to warm. You're taking a cold shower, man. That's a shock. It's literally a shock. A thermal shock that, just so you know, is very hard to get used to. Something really cool happened after that cold shower. Since the first time, I felt a willpower, you know? A desire to get things done. As if I had accomplished something big. And it was just a cold shower. I just took a cold shower on a cold day. It was horrible, I have to admit. It wasn't fun at all.
It was suffering to spend those 5 minutes under the shower. It was 5 minutes because I showered really fast.
I didn't want to stay long. 5 minutes is probably too much. I don't think it was even that. So I showered super fast to get out quickly. But I did shower properly, okay? I don't know if that's really a result that's gonna happen to everyone. But after this cold shower, in the cold weather, I'm feeling really good. That feeling of I can do anything, you know? So since my first cold shower, that's something I noticed happens. You feel a willpower to do things. You feel a power after the cold shower. You say like, man, I wanna work, you know? I wanna make things work out. Dude, it's really crazy. It reduces stress. That was listed there as a benefit. However, I didn't notice anything related to that, because I'm not a stressed guy. In my daily life, there isn't much to stress me out like that. I've only been doing this for a short time. It's not enough time for me to have gotten sick. However... Well guys, here I am again. Giving you a report that's going to be really interesting now. I don't know why I'm recording on the stairs of my building. So my voice is gonna sound echoey, but I'm really happy because I just caught a skin disease. Why am I happy? Because I'm going to try curing this disease using just the Wim Hof Method. I think it's possible. What is this disease? If you can manage to see it clearly. They are sores on the skin that are appearing because of fungi. We at home caught it from the kitten we adopted. My sister and my mom caught it too. But they're doing several treatments. It's been pretty expensive, and I'm not going to do any treatment. I'm not going to take any kind of medicine. I'm going to try to heal just with Wim Hof. And I'll share my experiences here with you. I'm now on my second day with this skin disease. It's still looking bad, see? You can see it. It's nowhere near healing. It's really annoying, you know? The ones I had that were small have even gotten bigger. But I'm... with a positive mindset, I think it's going to work out. I'll keep going strong, doing Wim Hof 3 times a day, and taking 2 cold showers a day. And I'm even doing something to be more in line with Wim Hof's theories, which is that your warmest friend is the cold. He always says that. And I'm putting ice on top of the wounds. It hurts a lot, you know? It's a burning sensation. Cold, you know? It's bad, but I want to fully explore the guy's theories to see if I can overcome this skin disease using just these practices. Looks like a car is being stolen. I'm here with another day of Wim Hof, and I'm really happy with the results. It's way above my expectations. My worst spots are drying up. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but it's much drier. Wow, I have no idea how long healing them all will take. But I think it won't even take a week. I'm doing the thing of putting ice on the wounds pretty often, doing the Wim Hof Method, the cold shower. I'm doing everything right and it's working well. Let's see how long it takes to disappear. Well, 2 more days have passed. I'm here today not so much to talk about how my wounds are doing, because I pretty much already consider myself healed. Because it's pretty much clear everything is almost gone. They're all dry. 5 have disappeared. I already consider this victory won. I'm only going to show it here now because a lot of people will think it's a lie. Think that... I don't know. So, I'm going to show my mom's and my sister's test results here. Show the amount that was spent on the tests. And with the treatment, the medicines they're taking and everything else. So you can see what I managed to save. I'm not trying to motivate people to stop going to the doctor. I even recommend that if you have any kind of skin condition or something similar, you should go to the doctor. Don't try to do what I'm doing. I'm being the test dummy. I'm showing how effective it is for this too. But if you have any problem, instead of doing what I'm doing, trying to treat it only with Wim Hof, try adding Wim Hof to help with your treatment. I'm going to show you now the documents and the medicine that my mom and my sister took. Here are the papers. Yes, right here. Just to explain, they're doubled since they're for my mom and sister. This amount, 136, plus, look, 2 of 136, plus 2 of how much? 315, okay? This here was just the amount for the biopsy that my mom and my sister had. This here was 50 reais for the blood test, if I'm not mistaken. 12 reais. Huh, 12 reais? I don't know, because my mom had told me 50 reais. Weird, right? Oh, that's it. 56 rays, my sister's blood test. And these here were the 2 medicines that they had to take off. $50 each. $50 for one of these little ointments, man. And this one here, this tracosanol, also $50. So, look at the money we managed to save. By doing the Wim Hof. And this still isn't everything, yeah. That was only the first part of the treatment. Since it will last 2 weeks, we'll need to buy those expensive medicines again. And the cost of all this, the money part, wasn't even the part that, like, I felt much more relieved to have avoided the injection. I didn't need anesthesia or have part of my face removed, like my mom. Wow, for me that was a victory. If you, Wim Hof, ever see this video in your life, hey, a kiss for you, man. Thank you so much. Now I'm going to come back here. Saturday, a day before posting the video, just to show how the wounds really are. I already consider myself healed. I found more papers and asked, Mom, what paper is this that I didn't show in the video?
She said, no, that's just the consultation paper. The consultation fee remained
200 reais each, so add another 400 reais to the total. And here I am on the last day. Actually, it's not the last day of my skin condition because there are tiny bits of dry skin, but they're barely noticeable. Look, I'll show you. You remember how it was before. I'll show you with a little more zoom because you won't be able to see it very well like this. Look, showing my arm like this. Oh, it looks completely clean, but it's at the end. Look. If you look, do you see this little scab here? That's how they look when they're almost healed. It forms a little scab and then it goes away. Here, most are already gone. Look, one was here. Most are already gone, so I can't show you well, but it's pretty much 100% gone. There was one here too. Check it out, dry scab. In a day or two, it'll be gone completely. Look, on my other arm, you'll see better since these are the latest. This is likely the last one. This will take a bit to heal. Actually, in about 3 days it'll be fine and look like this. Look, this one, the one I'm showing now, grew along with this one. But this one here, I don't know why, healed faster. Already? It's already scabbing over, see? There's one on my hand too, look. It's just that here, it's almost 100% healed. Well, almost all of them are 100% healed. There was another one around here that I can't find anymore. I think it was here, but it's already healed too. Well, that's it guys. Now, there's something really cool that I haven't seen anyone talk about anywhere because it's a very specific thing. It reduced my dark circles. I haven't seen anywhere saying that it reduces dark circles. But, coincidentally, after I started doing these practices, my dark circles reduced a lot. In fact, I filmed my skin on the first and last day to try to see if there was any difference in my skin. But I ended up noticing that there was a drastic difference in my dark circles. The skin itself is pretty much the same. That was a positive point that I wasn't expecting to happen, but it did. Another really nice benefit is that it improves muscle recovery. Every time I run, it's a real pleasure to get under a cold shower. Not just because I got hot from running. So, if you're someone who trains hard at the gym, know that this will really help you. It's a tough practice, but it's worth it. I don't know if I mentioned it in this video, but it's hard to get used to, you know? A real man, there's no fuss when it comes to getting into a cold shower. WOO. I admit I haven't fully adapted yet. When the days are really cold, it's hard to get in, you know? Even though it's tough. I'll get in and stay. Woohoo. It's hot. Some people say that in 21 days you can turn a practice into a habit. I disagree. I've been doing Wim Hof for over a month and it's still hard to get into the cold shower, so I know it's just a matter of time before this becomes pleasant, even in the cold. Actually, there's a technique I've been using to relax, where I stay under the shower with my head under the cold water and I just stay there, breathing, feeling the cold water. Now I'm going to explain exactly how to do the breathing. It's going to have to be a separate video, right? I'll narrate the video and I'm already picturing how to record it. Now I'm going to explain to you how to do this breathing. Everything is in order, with the contraindications, with what you shouldn't do, because it has to be done correctly for it to work. Let's start. In the video, I'm already seated and practicing breathing. However, I'm going to say a few things first that you shouldn't do. You shouldn't do this practice while you're driving or swimming. Do it at home. Do it in a situation where you won't be at risk. Risk of fainting due to a breathing technique that may cause it. It's a very powerful thing. It's very deep, so you might even feel a bit dizzy while you're doing it. In the video, I'm sitting, but you can do it either sitting or lying down. I feel better doing it sitting, but I've noticed that most people prefer to do it lying down. Now let's explain exactly how to do the breathing. The air will move from our diaphragm to our chest, and at the end to our head. Of course, we don't have lungs in our head, but yes, air does go to the brain. The big issue is doing this too intensely. Breathe in air until your lungs are full and you can't inhale more. And there's an order to where the air will pass through in you.
Notice what I'm doing. First my belly fills up, which would be the diaphragm, then my chest inflates.
And then I send the air to my head, the air to my head. How are you going to do it? You're just going to inhale. If you forcefully breathe in through your mouth, you'll automatically be oxygenating your brain.
When you breathe in, take in air to your limit. However, when you breathe out, you don't need to exhale all the way to your limit.
You exhale comfortably until you feel it's pleasant, and then you breathe in to your limit again. You'll do this for 30 times, 40 times. It may be that during this process you even feel the tips of your fingers tingling. You might feel a bit dizzy. If your stomach is full, it's really harmful. So do this in the morning before having breakfast. That's the best time. After the 30 repetitions, when it's time to exhale, what are you going to do? You exhale and stop breathing. Then you're going to hold your breath for as long as you can. Actually, it doesn't have to be the maximum. When you feel the need to breathe, you can breathe. However, you'll notice that you'll be able to hold your breath longer than you normally would, because your body will be fully oxygenated. When you start feeling the need to breathe, you'll inhale and hold your breath. Inhale, fill your chest and hold it for about 10 or 15 seconds. You don't need to hold it for too long either. After that, you can exhale. And that's it. You've completed one step of the breathing exercise. You need to repeat this step 3 times. In your third step, you will finish with some exercises or stretches. That's up to you. However, you should do these exercises and stretches before you start breathing again. When you reach the breath holding step, you do the stretches or a set of push-ups or squats. That's the end of the practice, and that's it. If you liked this video, please leave a like. It will help me a lot. And since this is a really nice habit, I'd like this video to reach as many people as possible. If you can show it to a friend of yours who needs to change his life, you know? If you can show it to a friend who gets sick very often, then I'm really counting on your help. That's it. Take care and see you later. Leave a comment below. Your video sucked, man. You're an idiot. Your hair... No, please don't talk bad about my hair. I take good care of it. Immunity isn't endless. Let's go shirtless. Before, I used to turn the shower on warm and then switch it to cold. Now I'm going straight into the cold. I think my body will adjust faster and I won't feel as uncomfortable when I turn it on during the shower. So let's go. This technique doesn't work.